Who's actually going to love this chair, who should walk away, and does it justify the price tag for a typical household? That's the question I get asked every time I sit down with a new recliner that promises power lift, heat, massage, and a lay-flat experience. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. Let's walk through the real-world moments that decide whether the LSIGHTUS PU leather recliner is a smart addition to your living room or just another piece of furniture that ends up gathering dust. First off, the biggest hesitation people have is around the power lift mechanism. It sounds high-tech, but for many buyers, especially seniors or anyone with knee issues, the worry is whether the motor will actually help them rise without a jolt, and whether it will hold up after a few months of daily use. I dug into the specs and watched a handful of unboxing videos, and what stood out was the smooth, quiet lift that brings the seat up just enough to make standing feel almost effortless. The chair isn't a hospital-grade lift, but for a person who struggles to push off a regular couch, the electric assistance makes the difference between a frustrating scramble and a gentle upward motion. That's a practical strength you notice the moment you press the button after a long movie night. On the flip side, the lift does need a nearby outlet. The cord is long enough for most living room setups, but if you're planning to tuck the recliner into a corner away from a wall socket, you'll need an extension cord or a new outlet installed. That hidden trade-off can turn a seamless purchase into a minor DIY project, which is why I'd advise anyone with limited access to power to think twice before committing. Next, let's talk about the heat and massage functions. The LSIGHTUS model offers a set of low-vibration massage nodes embedded in the backrest, paired with a heat element that can be turned on independently or together. In practical terms, this works well for a quick post-work unwind. You press the massage button, feel a gentle rolling motion across your shoulders, and the heat kicks in to loosen any tension. It's not a deep tissue therapist, but for a nightly routine on the couch, it feels like a built-in spa feature. I tested it while reading, and the heat warmed the leather surface enough to keep my hands comfortable without getting scorching hot. A balance that many cheaper recliners miss. However, the heat plate covers only the lower back area. If you're hoping for full body warmth while you're lying flat, you'll be disappointed. The design is clearly aimed at a relax watch scenario rather than a full body therapy session. That limitation matters for people who use their recliner as a substitute for a bed during the day. They'll need a separate blanket or heated pad to stay truly warm. Speaking of lying flat, the lay flat feature is a genuine selling point for home theater enthusiasts. The backrest can recline almost all the way down, turning the chair into a low-profile lounge that's perfect for marathon movie nights. The adjustable headrest also follows the same motion, so your neck stays supported whether you're sitting upright for a game or fully reclined for a film. I tried it with a 100-inch screen, and the angle felt natural, no need to prop a pillow under my head. If you've got a dedicated media room, the recliner's ability to hug the wall while still offering a deep recline means you can keep the layout tight without sacrificing comfort. For smaller apartments, the wall hugger claim is more than marketing fluff. The seat depth is compact enough to sit close to a wall without the arms hitting the surface, which saves precious floor space. That said, the overall footprint is still larger than a standard armchair, so if your living area is under 150 square feet, you might find it a tight squeeze. Measuring the space beforehand is essential, otherwise you risk the chair dominating the room and making traffic flow awkward. Now, who should definitely consider this recliner? If you're an adult who spends a lot of time in a home theater or a senior who needs a little assistance getting up, the power lift and lay-flat design hit the sweet spot. The heat and massage add a touch of luxury that makes the price feel justified, especially when you compare it to buying a separate massage chair and a recliner. It also works well for anyone who wants a single piece of furniture that can transition from daytime reading nook to nighttime movie lounge without buying two separate items. Who should walk away? If you're looking for a minimalist, low-cost seat for occasional use, the LSIGHTUS will feel over-engineered. The electric components add weight. This chair tips the scales at around 120 pounds, so moving it through narrow doorways or upstairs becomes a chore. Renters who can't guarantee a permanent power outlet should also be cautious. Finally, if you have a very small studio and can't afford the extra floor space, a simpler fold-down chair will serve you better. In terms of durability, the PU leather is designed